This is the third episode of the chapter Electoral Politics. In the last episode, we discussed about need of election and competition in elections. In today's episode, we will discuss about stages of election. Let's start. The election in India is comprised of various stages. Firstly, electoral constituencies. First of all, the whole country is divided into different areas for purposes of elections. These are called electoral constituencies. The voters who live in an area elect one representative. For Lok Sabha elections, the country is divided into 543 constituencies. One of the main features of democratic election is that every vote should have equal value. Some constituencies are reserved for people who belong to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Only they can contest election from these reserved constituencies. In the Lok Sabha, 84 seats are reserved for scheduled caste and 47 for the scheduled tribes. Next stage is preparation of voters list. Once the constituencies are decided, the next stage is to decide who can and who cannot vote. This decision cannot be left to anyone till the last day. In a democratic election, the list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared much before the election and given to everyone. Those who are of 18 and above 18 years of age can vote, and voters are supposed to carry their election photo identity card on the voting day. Next stage is nomination of candidates. Everyone who wishes to contest an election has to fill a nomination form by the due date which is fixed by the Election Commission. Every candidate has to give some money as security deposit along with the nomination form. Recently, a new system of declaration has been introduced on the direction from the Supreme Court. Every candidate has to make a legal declaration giving full details like educational qualification of the candidate, details of assets and liabilities of the candidate, and details of the family members also. Next stage is election campaign. Election campaign take place for 2 weeks period between the announcement of the final list of the candidates and the date of the polling. During this period, the candidates contact their voters, political leaders address election meetings, and political parties mobilize their support. You must have seen that during this period, newspaper and television news are full of election related stories and debates. In election campaign, political parties try to focus public attention on some big issues. Let me tell you some of the successful slogans given by the different political parties in various elections related to big issues. Like Garibi Hatao Andolan, a slogan given by Indira Gandhi in Lok Sabha elections of 1971. Save Democracy, a slogan given by Janata Party in 1977 Lok Sabha election. Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar in 2014 Lok Sabha election by Bharatiya Janata Party. During this period, a model code of conduct has to be followed by the political parties and candidates. Like, no party or candidate can use any place of worship for election propaganda. No use of government vehicles, aircrafts, and officials for elections, etc. Last stage is polling and counting of votes. The final stage of an election is the day when the voters cast or poll their vote. You must have gone with your parents to the polling booth. Every person whose name is on the voters list can go to nearby polling booth. Once the voter goes inside the booth, the election official checks his or her identity card. Then they put a mark on the finger and allow them to cast their vote. There are electronic voting machines which are used to record votes. This machine you must have seen at the polling booth shows the symbol of the political parties and voter has to press the button against the symbol. Once the polling is over, all these machines are sealed and taken to a secure place. Then the counting of votes starts. Who gets the highest number of votes from the constituency is declared elected. This is all about the different stages of elections in India. An election commission plays an important role in it. I hope this audio will help you in understanding this topic. Thank you.